Okay. Tactics Crash Course, here we go. I am not in the right tab. There we go. We'll have an overview, we'll understand the problems, we'll go over some vocabulary, communications, basic tactics, and teamwork. This course covers basic military tactics, vocabulary, and good sense practices. I do request that I have your undivided attention through this course, as I am doing this on my own time for you. There are 3 problems as I see them: lack of knowledge, lack of communication, and a lack of cohesion. You'll hear me say some words you've probably never heard before. We use these words because of information density. Information density is more information per word. We've heard some people can get an idea across in 2 sentences or less. Some people take 45 minutes to get across one idea. That's no fun. Now, downrange is one of the words. Clip versus magazine, those are 2 different things. That's an important distinction.
Hi, Dad.
Bullet versus round versus ammo, that's also important. Flagging, danger close, physcon, and x-rays. Anatomy of a round. You all have seen a bullet before, I assume, piece of ammunition.
No, yeah.
So at the front, you have the bullet. That's the lead projectile that actually flies down the barrel and strikes things. The casing is the brass piece that holds the bullet, primer, propellant. The primer is the blast cap at the back that gets struck by the firing pin, ignites the propellant. The propellant is the gunpowder inside of the casing. The cartridge is all 4 of these components assembled. The weapon anatomy, at the very front we have the muzzle, which is the end of the barrel, which is the metal tube that the bullet flies through, the bore, which is the inside of the barrel, the action, which is what takes the round out of the magazine and puts it in the chamber, the magazine well, which is what holds the magazine, the chamber, which is where the cartridge sits before it is fired, the trigger group, which is composed of the trigger, the hammer, and the sear, the firing mechanism, which is composed of the hammer, the firing pin, the buttstock and the butt plate, which are the back of the rifle where your shoulder rests. Communications. Communication is key. Tell me when you're throwing a grenade, you say frag out. Tell me when a grenade is coming in, you say grenade. Tell me where you're throwing stratagem, when it's coming down, and what it is. Tell me what you're doing with the objective. Tell me when you're firing, tell me when you're reloading, tell me where you are, and tell me what you need. Compass heading. This is the same as in Helldivers. Goes from 0 to 359. North is 0, east is 090, south is 180, and west is 270. And in Helldivers, the top of the map is north, the right side of the map is east, south, the bottom side of the map is south, and the left side of the map is west. Clock directions. 12 o'clock, it's like you're standing on top of a giant clock. 12 o'clock is directly ahead of you, 3 o'clock is 90 degrees to your right, 6 o'clock is directly behind you, and 9 o'clock is 90 degrees to your left. When you're calling out a position, you have to clarify from where you're calling it. You have to, if it's your own clock direction, you say my 12. If it's Pancake's direction, you say Pancake's 12. Because as you can see from these pictures, every clock direction is different. The lead is at the 12 o'clock position of the center. The center is at the 9 o'clock position of this guy, the right. It's also backwards. The right is at the 3 o'clock position of the center, and the center is at the 6 o'clock position of the lead. So you have to specify. Communications. There's code words. Grenade means there's a grenade coming in. Frag out means you're throwing a grenade. Viscon means visual contact or visual confirmation. That means you see them. Inbound means it's coming in. So if I say X-rays inbound, that means bad guys coming in. Danger close is an airstrike within a certain radius of your position. Close enough that it can and will hurt you. X-rays or tangos means bad guys. Tag versus ping. Tagging is selecting it on the map. Pinging it is using the ping button without the map. Leapfrogging is one guy stays still, the other guy moves up, then that guy stays still, and the other guy moves up behind him. And we have some infantry formations. We have an echelon, a line, a file, a V, a wedge, a staggered column, and this last formation down here, shit hits the fan, that's a bad formation. Don't do that. So basic tactics, we have a flank. We see here the enemy force is being engaged while we have a reserve force coming around to attack the main body. Pincer maneuver. Again, the main force is being engaged on the front. We have 2 reserve units coming around on both sides to attack the main body. A diversion. We have a secondary force engaging the main body, while the main attack comes around a landmark undetected to engage the main body. This is a false retreat. We see this U shape is the retreating force, luring the main force into a canyon or other enclosed space. They turn around and attack, and then there are 2 contingents of enemies or friendlies on the canyon walls prepared to fire down into the canyon. Now, teamwork is very important. We have to talk to each other and get to know one another. These are the 4 stages of teamwork. We have forming. Everyone is just getting together. Nobody really knows what the goal is yet. Everybody's going in different directions. Storming. There are some idea of what the goal is, but there are still people with other ideas going in the opposite direction. Norming is when everybody knows what the goal is, but there are still different ideas on how to get there. Performing. Everyone knows what the goal is. Everyone's on the same page. That's what we want. We want performance. Norming is good too, but performance is optimal. That's all I got.